William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com, and I'm looking at my weekend picks to click, and I've got 3 games lined up for you that you should take a look at, and definitely make sure you pay attention to these 3. First up is number 23, Xavier. They are taking on the USC Trojans. Now, Xavier obviously made a statement last week, pounding Michigan. I mean, this is a team that we knew had a pretty high ceiling coming into this season. Obviously, we were waiting to see how pieces like Trayvon Blewett would play. It took him a few games to kind of get started this year in the form that we thought he could be, but I think he's really kind of hit his stride at this point in the season, which is really good to see. On the USC side of things, I'm looking at a guy like Benny Boatwright. This was a consensus top 50 recruit coming out of high school last year, and he stepped in right away. There were some concerns about his foot speed defensively, even his foot speed offensively, but there was no questioning his size, 6'10", and his skill, ability to handle the ball and stretch his shot out well beyond the three-point line. Now, they're often also getting great play out of sophomore point guard Jordan McLaughlin. Bringing Caton Reinhardt off the bench has proved to be a big move for Andy Enfield. The Trojans are in a position to make another statement after beating Wichita State, although I do have Xavier winning this game. I think that their veteran experience is set up for a game like this. Next up is Notre Dame. The number 17 Fighting Irish fell to Monmouth just the other day, giving Monmouth their first top 25 win ever. A big-time win for that program and a big-time loss for Notre Dame. I still think this is an at-large NCAA team, obviously, with Demetrius Jackson and Zach August. But that's a kind of loss that can drop you a few seed lines. But you bounce back the next day, and you've got Iowa with Jared Utoff and the hot shooting Hawkeyes. I do think this is a game that Notre Dame can win, but Iowa shoots over 40% from the three-point line as a team. I mean, that's insane. So this is a team that can go on runs very quickly and can make up large deficits pretty darn quickly. So you got to be careful if you're Notre Dame. You got to get great play out of Jackson. You got to get great play out of August. And you're a deep team, and so you've got to let that depth kind of show if you can. My third game that you need to watch, and this is the primetime guy, Arizona and Providence. Now, the Wildcats go to overtime with Santa Clara. To me, Arizona has not looked like Arizona have passed this year. To me, they don't look like the best team in the Pac-12 right now, although I do think that they have a lot more potential to grow into this year. I don't think that they're getting the kind of minutes out of Caleb Tarczewski that they need or that they expected. I think Alonzo Trier still hasn't hit his stride yet, but if the Wildcats want to kind of work towards that, corralling do-it-all everything, Chris Dunn, point guard for Providence, is going to be a big step in that direction. Can the Wildcats pick up an early season win that's kind of a resume-building win? I'm actually going with the upset here. I'm going with Providence. I think the Friars get their signature win right out of the gates over the number 11 Arizona Wildcats.